Hi, I'm Nancy Canine, the wife of Dr. John Canine. Before I met my husband, I experienced the tragic, unexpected death of the most important man in my life, my father. He was a Marine, 52 years old, and in great physical shape. He was an entrepreneur who had just started the first of many restaurants called the Sweden House. Then, on November 5th, 1983, I came home from a Saturday afternoon football game to find that my father had died of an aneurysm. To a 20-year-old girl, this parental death was about more than I could handle. Unfortunately, our society perceives the death of a parent as a natural event. It follows the expected order of things. The death of a parent is the most common loss in adulthood. At any given time, 5% of the U.S. population experiences this particular type of death. Although most adult children are afforded the opportunity to become successful people directing their own lives prior to a parent's death, there remains the knowledge that the independent adult is still a child of the parent. Thus, as with every death, there are unique aspects to parental loss. When a parent dies, the adult child experiences a loss of nurturing, guidance, and protection. There may also be the feeling that no one stands between older children and their own death. They have suddenly perhaps become the older generation. There are some things that can intensify or complicate grief over a parent's death. A sudden or violent death can make the reality of the death more difficult to internalize and process, and this can be even more distressing when there is unfinished emotional business or even intense family conflict. Society's expectations, however, make little or no allowance for such untimely, unexpected, or violent deaths of a parent, generally regarding them as not a problem. An adult child is expected to resolve his or her grief in the same manner as someone who has anticipated or been alerted to the coming loss. Despite the relative frequency of parental death, surprisingly, little research has been conducted regarding the specific impacts of these deaths on adult children. However, several studies do exist that indicate parental death can indeed be a problem. For example, there is higher tendency towards suicide, attempted suicide, and higher rates of clinical depression in adult children when a parent dies. Although death of a parent creates significant psychological pain, a majority of adults who experience this loss are ultimately able to experience psychological growth and insight as a result. If you'd like to know more about parental death, please select one of the options on this page.